What up, y'all? I am back with another video. I really just need to fill all my rollers because I use them so much on a regular basis. And I told myself that I was going to do a video. It's the least I could do. Um, my name's Courtney, if you don't know already. I use essential oils like from the moment that I wake up to when I'm going to sleep. And so I just thought I'd come on and talk a little bit about how I'm using my oils, talk about the fact that I definitely want to give more information out. Every time a like commercial comes on TV for like sinus stuff or eczema stuff or headache stuff or whatever kind of stuff, I'm always like, oh, and people can use these essential oils for that and don't even have to bother with pharmaceuticals or just over-the-counter medications and stuff like that. So look at how fast I just did that. Just filled my little peppermint roller, which I really just would use my peppermint oil all the time. But I like to rub the peppermint on my stomach when I'm just like super full or just need help with digestion. It's really good for tension and pain and stuff like that, but I typically never use it for that. I always use my tension blend, my past tense for that. So peppermint I typically only use for allergies or digestion, but there's so many things that you can use peppermint for, and I'm still educating myself on that. Oh my God, I hope this goes easier than what I think. I feel like this is actually going to kind of take me a minute because I have to like take all the caps off and count the drops and whatever, and we're already 2 minutes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I think I have another bottle of this somewhere. This past tense, this tension blend is, I've been using this for years for headache relief. So this is all I use for that. But also, my chiropractor told me that the tension within my body sits in my shoulders. And so I actually just recently started to rub the past tense onto my shoulders just whenever I think about it. I try to do it like once a day or something, but it doesn't even happen that often. So what I'm doing is I'm typically a little more heavy handed on the oils. You can put anywhere from like 20 to 30 drops of essential oil into one of these rollers, and then you top it off with a carrier oil. So I like to use jojoba oil. It comes from, I think, like a plant or some sort of a fruit, a seed. It's a seed oil. So anyway, I like to use jojoba. It's really good for skin and hair and stuff, but you can use fractionated coconut oil or some other type of oil, but my go-to is jojoba, so just to let you know. Okay, so I finished 2 bottles already. Balance. So anyway, these oils, they're just amazing for me. And like I said, I'm just talking. So I don't even care if you don't make it through to the end of this. I can't even trip regardless or whatever, okay? Because I'm just trying to keep up with my own life. But you know what? Let me not be self-conscious and insecure and talk about all that shit. Let me just tell you what I'm feeling and why I'm feeling it. Feeling, not feeling. So I'm about to do the balance right now. I have 2 rollers, one for me and one for my girlfriend. They've both been empty for a while, but we've been making it work. So balance is amazing. It's a blend of like root oils, and it's good for balance. So it helps with just to uplift you and your mood. But it's very grounding. And I'm a water sign, so I just enjoy the grounding of the plants. So whenever I'm feeling frazzled or just kind of all over the place, I like to reach for my balance oil. I kind of started to use other things, but balance is still one of my go-tos, and I love it in my deodorant. I don't even think it really matters on the count, to be honest. It's like if you like a lot of oil, do a lot. If you like a little, do a little. But it really is no point in doing more than 30 drops. It's gonna be pretty strong once you mix it with the carrier. So let's see what this looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this is 20 drops. That's about what I did before. So, I mean, I think 20 drops is cool, but I'm gonna just do a little bit more. Anyway, so I like to carry these around. They're so helpful. It's already diluted, so you can just roll it right onto your skin, and it's very calming. I like to put them on pulse points, so anywhere where you can take your pulse, which would be your wrist or the back of your neck or your heart. And those are really good places for the oils as far as emotional support and balancing. So this is my balance oil. I used to use this like the most. I used to literally start my day and put it on the bottoms of my feet. I've kind of gotten away from doing that because I started to use Arbor Vitae, which is a very strong, it's a tree. The oil comes from a tree. But it's so powerful, and I would just put it into my belly button. So I like to do some sort of grounding oil on a daily basis. I feel like I kind of need that, and I notice the difference as to when I don't. Okay, so this is Balance. I like to diffuse all of these oils as well, but I'm telling y'all, I really needed to fill these rollers. I mean, my piece, this is seriously, it's really hard for me to say like my favorite oil. Like I can't even just pick one, but I probably have top 5, top 10. I got top 20, okay? But Peace is definitely in my top 5. It's just, it's been a godsend as far as helping me deal with my grief and just anything. Like whenever I'll be looking to see how much oil I have in these, I feel so stingy, but oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is kind of thick. It's like thick, but it's not thick. It's really incredible. Anyway, so this oil is really good for like people with ADHD. I've heard really good things about this. I've given some to people to try, and I know like my girlfriend, she's given some to a coworker once before, and it's amazing results with Peace oil. It's just incredible. So I barely know how to describe it, but for me, I use the Peace oil for grief and just emotional stuff. Okay, I'll be feeling like I'm about to lose my mind half of the time, and it's so helpful. So see how you just like put it on the back of your neck. It didn't hurt. I dropped a drop of Balance on the table, so just thought I would not waste that and put it somewhere. My Peace oil, I rub a lot on the top of my head. Okay, your forehead's a really good space. Also on my wrist, on my heart, all over my neck. Oh my God, peace oil I'll be putting everywhere. On your big toe, like on the tip of your big toe, it's really good for, because that's the reflexology point for the brain. So anything that you want to affect your mind or your head or your brain, you would put that on the tip of your big toe. I don't know how to describe it, but like if this was my toe, I would put it like on the tip of my toe. So that's my peace oil. And then I have my Console, which is almost just as important as my peace oil. I really can't even, it's hard to choose which one tops the other. But both of these, the Peace and the Console, they were given to me as a gift once I lost my mother in October. And it's been, again, like just a godsend. It helped me a lot with the pain that I was having in my heart. It's a comforting blend. So anytime you are craving some sort of comfort, I reach for Console. So oh no. This is like empty, y'all. I'm telling you, like, I use it so much. And they only come in these little 5 milliliter bottles. So I'll be fucking them up. I mean, they last me like at least a few months. But I pretty much, I use them in rollers mostly, but I will diffuse them. I'll typically diffuse them in the car because my portable diffuser only requires like 1 to 2 drops. So for the oils that I kind of like to skimp on, I'll diffuse those in the car or just in smaller amounts. So it's my Console, amazing. My Copaiba, this is just so amazing. Like this stuff is good for like anything. Pain, inflammation, emotional support, skin issues, eczema, scarring. So good for your nervous system and like calming and relaxing you and stuff. It's really good for sleep. Good for like depression and anxiety and stuff like that. It's really good for so many things. I actually just started to have my dog start ingesting this as well. Just 1 drop in her food every day. Because it literally supports every single system in her body: skeletal, muscular, cardiovascular, respiratory, integumentary, just every single part of her body. Copaiba supports immune, skin, whatever. I said it. Anyway, I hate that I have to count these with you guys. I feel like that's like taking so much time of the video, and I'm always making long videos. But you know what? If you miss me, this is a really good way to spend time with me and see what's up, see where my mind is at, see where my mental space is at, to see me smiling. Hey. Hey guys out there in the world, sending love and light and blessings. I bless you all. I pray for your happiness and satisfaction and fulfillment in all that you do, because that's what we're here for. Finding ways to serve others. Oh my God, I'm spilling jojoba oil everywhere. I think I'll get through the last little couple roller bottles that I have. I have hella jojoba oil because I'm telling you, I use it all the time. I would just even use jojoba oil to help with the eczema that I had on my arm. I was feeling like super stressed the last couple weeks. I had like performances and just a lot of learning and lines and stuff to learn. I did a play and performing with the band and everything, and just my own performances. I had so much going on. I wasn't able to have like my normal time of restoration and stuff like that in the day. So I noticed that my eczema was acting up a little bit more. I knew what to put on it though to help calm it and soothe it before. Like this whole little patch of my arm was like black and terrible, and I didn't even want to wear short sleeves. It was the same way on this side as well, but it's completely gone. And all I used was essential oils and jojoba oil. That was Copaiba. Amazing for so many things. My frankincense, oh no, my Breathe is completely empty. Love this stuff. So this Breathe right here, oh my God, this is good for your snorers, anybody who has sleep apnea. I specifically like to use it because I go through this thing, even before COVID, I would go through this thing where I could not taste my food. And it would just be like in random times. And I would have to like hold my nose and do weird stuff just to be able to smell and taste normally. So what I noticed with the Breathe, with the reflexology on your feet, behind the toes, your four toes, not your big toe, but on the backs of the toes, you can rub anything that's good for that's the sinus, that's the area of sinuses. So I would rub the Breathe oil on the backs of my toes, and it just would help to open my airways. I would do that even for a massage, like when you're laying face down. I don't know if anybody else, I think a lot of people go through it, but it's like everything like stops up. It's so weird. And so I would use the Breathe oil just to help keep my airways open so I can breathe through my nose and not feel disgusting. So this is my Breathe. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 3, 4, 5. I'm getting a little low on my oils, so I'm going to just cut it off at 25. And one drop just fell on the table. So anyway, Breathe is amazing, and it's actually another really good oil for grief, which was interesting. And the oils in it, it makes sense, but like when you just think about Breathe in general, I didn't think it would be good for grief, but it's great for grieving. So Breathe, so excited for this, to be able to rub it on my toes so easily, and also just, you know, on your nose, right under your nose, on your chest. Really great to help open up the airways. So I love me some Breathe. I never really put this like on the pulse points or anything like that. It's always about opening up my airways in whatever way I need that to happen. Okay, so that's Breathe. Then we have Forgive. This is another, they have a whole like emotional aromatherapy line. And I noticed that one by one I was getting them all because I needed them for certain things. But Console, Peace, and Forgive are three of my absolute favorites. I love them. I love to diffuse them. I will put them in the shower, like just on the floor, and let it steam up and just enjoy that smell. I really be needing it, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This wasn't all the way empty, so I'm gonna stop it at 20. Oh, it just smells so good. And did you guys know that our sense of smell is our most repressed sense? And that is one of the quickest ways to facilitate change within the body, is to introduce a certain, and I say fragrance, but not like a synthetic fragrance. Certain smells, they literally like unlock different levels of the consciousness. It's really fascinating. Whatever. I thought it was super dope. I'm not gonna make this much longer. I have a couple more rollers to fill. But anyway, to Forgive, really cool story about this. I put it on a bug bite because I didn't have all my other oils with me, but I did have this, and it has arbor vitae in it. And I think a couple other things. It's supposed to be good for, yeah, it was really just for the arbor vitae. But I put that on to the bite, didn't notice it the rest of the night. It just completely stopped bugging me, so that was really great. But exactly what the word says, forgive. Okay, so anytime you're dealing with any sort of resentments or just needing to forgive someone, even if it's yourself, this is a really good oil to use. And I got a lot of that going on, so I put it on to my forehead space again, pulse points here as well. and on my heart. So I really try to work with this one very frequently. It's really good, even if you're just in a simple argument with your babe or something, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just going to help to facilitate that energy and getting back to a space of peace and calm with each other. I have my frankincense roller that I also wanted to refill, but I don't feel like going to the back to cut the video off, just for 1 or 2 more bottles of oil. So frankincense is amazing. I use this on my throat when I lost my voice. It's good for any sort of support for the body, cellular support, pain, anything. When in doubt, pull your frankincense out. It's just amazing. Frankincense is really good to help support your nervous system as well. So it's good just to help relax you. I use it a lot, like if I don't feel well or anything with my skin. Frankincense is amazing for skin issues. I got into this habit where I would anoint my third eye space with frankincense. I don't do it all the time anymore, but that's another way that I really like to use frankincense. I will put it on my face, scarring, whatever. So many things. I could go on about it for days. And then my deep blue and my wintergreen, I just made my own little roller for this. But I would use that for any pain. I had like arthritis or some sort of pain. I think it was nerve stuff also going on in my hands. So I would put it on the backs of my hands. I would rub this on my knees. Wintergreen helps with cavities, and I was noticing, because I haven't been back to the dentist, I would put it here on the 2 teeth that I know I needed to get a cavity filled, just to help support the bones in there and to make sure that my bones are not further deteriorating or anything like that. So again, just supporting my body until I'm able to go and get that checked out or make it a priority. But anything pain, deep blue and wintergreen is amazing together. Plantar fasciitis, any sort of pain. Deep blue is the oil of surrendering pain, and wintergreen is so helpful with any sort of pain. And it also helps with just surrendering. It's an amazing oil, so I like to keep that on hand as well. So here's another 20 minutes. Didn't even mean to do that, but I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it was helpful. If you have any questions, like it would be great for you to send me a direct message, and I love to do research for people and help people. I mean, headaches, migraines, there's so many things that I used to suffer with that I don't suffer with anymore, and I know how to fix it if it happens, to get like almost immediate relief without the use of over-the-counter medications or anything that's synthetic or could be toxic to the body. So if you have any ideas also of maybe some things that I could cover, please comment, like, share, whatever they tell you to do. I really don't care. I just have a lot to give, and I'm trying to figure out how I can better serve the people that I know in the most organic way possible. So this is something that I needed to do. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. God bless you, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks. Peace.